from beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Dolphins in our ball game here, and they know that they are in for a fight here.
And anytime you're dealing with the #1 defense in the league, all through your preparation, you know that yards are going to be tough to come by. But working in their favor, they can run the football. One of the top 5 teams in the league in that category. So I expect this one to be a tight, hard-hitting affair, and both teams playing to their strengths.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Barber. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Barber. He finds his man. Complete. It's Porter. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. The Charles first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. But bottom line, how do they get a win?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 110 yards in the score.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries, 103 in the yardage department.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised him and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This defense for the Saints, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL and spreads confidence throughout the locker room that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. He'll look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Porter. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Throwing on first down. Barber. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints on just 2 plays have taken the lead. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll set up to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Wagner. They'll look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Barber. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Barber. And that is incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here 1st and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
On 2nd down, it's Porter. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Come on, guys, let's go!
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Here we go, here we go!
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Porter. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Back to throw. Barber. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Come on, man!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try the left side. It's Porter, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Barber. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A gigantic sack on 3rd and goal, a loss of 12.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. Miami's offense set and ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now they'll run on the draw. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They're going to look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big-time play there for New Orleans. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And for a while when this place opened, all the talk was about punts hitting the Giants scoreboard here in Arlington. I don't think we ever heard about a pass hitting the scoreboard, but that's probably about as close as you're going to get. That one was way up there.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Back to throw. Barber, and he whips that one incomplete there.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Saints on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Barber. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
A short kick taken at the 18. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Miami set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Looking to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. The Dolphins on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep you on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the 2nd quarter.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, it's Porter, and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Barber. He finds his man, complete. It's Barker, and he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. Off the play fake. Barber. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Looking to throw. Barber. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal. Now the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Barber. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Back to throw. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, #2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On 1st down, Barber. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And that one closing in on halftime with the Cowboys out on top. The Cowboys trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. The Vikes seem to be on their way to what would...
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
All game, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Fights loose, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out, and incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. Porter, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barber. He finds his man, complete. That's Barker. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, Barber. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped them in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point forthcoming. And that will bump the lead up to 26. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 61 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Second down and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw here. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. On now the Miami field goal unit. This from 36 yards out. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that'll put us within 3 scores as it becomes now a 23-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Saints to take over. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Barber. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Barber. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they try the right side here. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen as he's on to punt for Miami. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. How does the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here? And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down. At the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Porter, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Second and 16. They'll drop to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for Miami.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores, down 15 now. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Saints coming out now to take the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. They'll keep it on the ground. Porter. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Saints on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And now here's a carry heading left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, an almost unimaginable 0 for 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw. Barber. He finds his man, complete. That's Barker. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Barber. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. Miami set to take over. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Dolphins on 3rd down. The struggle has been real. They have had ample opportunities. They've yet to cash one in. This is 3rd and 14. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Single. Come on now.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Saints again ready to go on offense.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On first down, it's Porter, and he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll indeed take a knee. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Now a give right side. Porter. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And even playing on the road, the class of this ball club just too much to overcome.
Yeah, deep down, I think even the fans knew how